As far as the accusations that were biased, I would stand up and say, please show me a story that concerns you.
So I would push back as biased one way or another. I ask them for examples. People often struggle to come up with examples of what really they're talking about.
Louisiana Public Broadcasting, becoming Papa, father's key to gender justice. Another headline from PBS, the hidden racism of young white Americans. Here's another headline from NPR. How racism became a marketing tool for country music. Biden trumpets economic gains, but struggles to get credit. I could do this all night.
Okay, that was Senator John Kennedy not struggling at all, showing NPR's Catherine Marr and the president of PBS their left-wing bias after they demanded proof of that in a sudden, mysterious bout of amnesia. We are just hours away. The House is about to do the final vote on passing the Senate's version of a total of about $1.1 billion in cuts, defunding NPR and PBS, plus another $8 billion in cuts to foreign aid, including USAID. Democrats are upset about this. So let's welcome back to the show from House Oversight, Texas Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, it's great to see you again. You have taken on Catherine Marr in hearings. What do you make of their sudden bout of amnesia as they're about to get defunded?
Thanks for having me on. You know, that's what I would say, too, looking at the history of NPR. Remember, this is an institution that deliberately chose not to cover the Hunter Biden laptop story because, in their own words, it was nothing but a distraction. What did they do instead? They ran articles about genderqueer dinosaurs, about how civility is racist, and about fat phobia. I don't think that that serves the public interest for the American people. I don't think that these institutions should exist to begin with at all, and I certainly don't think that hardworking tax dollars should go to pay for them. So we're finally going to defund them tonight and get this done. We're going to get a bill to the president's desk shortly.
So the House is about to pass it. Is that true?
That's exactly right. We're going to get, this is something that Republicans have been talking about for decades now, defunding left-wing media institutions. As I've said many times, I don't think that any media should be funded. If Fox News or Fox Business or any other conservative outlet came to me and they asked me for tax dollars, I would tell them no. And I'm certainly going to say no to left-wing propaganda, state-sponsored media outlets.
Okay, Senator John Kennedy would agree with you. He's tweeting that NPR and PBS, they reported that country music and birds are racists, that men and women's sports don't have an advantage over women. They promoted Trump-Russia collusion. They claimed Biden's catastrophic debate performance didn't change anything when he was later ousted. They did stories legitimizing rioting and looting, and they claimed the COVID lab leak story had been debunked. You know, Senator Kennedy said, quote, American taxpayers should not have to fund this opinion journalism. They do great, PBS does great documentaries. Will that be kept?
Well, that's up to them what they want to keep. What we're simply saying is that our tax dollars no longer have to subsidize these institutions. If PBS wants to continue running cartoons with transgender characters and promoting anti-racist content for young people, I guess they're welcome to do that. If NPR wants to keep running articles about fat phobia and about transgender dinosaurs, then sure, go ahead. If they can find an audience for that, that's not my thing, but maybe somebody else wants to read
and maybe
that.
They can do advertising, get commercials to pay for that. So are you aware of any fixes they made to balance the network after what you heard of that hearing? Because Yuri Berliner, he worked at NPR for 25 years. He exposed NPR bias. They forced him out for saying so. And they claim they're nonpartisan when more than 80% of their staff contributed Democrats. So, you know, funding for NPR was supposed to keep politics and polarization out of news, and they didn't do it. But now Democrats say we need what they're doing. Your final word.
We don't need state-sponsored media in the United States. That is something that you expect to see in China or North Korea, not in the United States here. This is a waste of tax dollars. We're going to get rid of it. They can continue saying whatever they want. They have the First Amendment right to do that, but they do not have a right to our tax dollars.
Got it. Congressman Brandon Gill, great to see you again. Come back soon, please.